Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Byronyk, and today, I believe, is vlog episode number 3. It is April 21st, 2014, and just so you guys know, whenever I do these vlog episodes, they're completely random. I don't have a schedule for them. They're just, whenever I feel like it, if there's something to talk about, I want to talk about it. It's completely off the cuff, not scripted, nothing. So, anyways, today, I really wanted to talk to you guys. I've got some good news and some bad news, but the bad news isn't related to my channel, really. It's just shit in my life that kind of sucks, I suppose. So, anyways, let's go ahead and talk about let's talk about the in-between item. So, really random. My coworkers know that I have a YouTube channel, right? And they're perfectly cool with it. They're both gamers themselves. They love it. They actually watch my series. I don't try to push it on them. They kind of found out about it, and so I just kind of had to play it from there. So I, like a few weeks back, probably about a month back actually now, when I got MVP on the Wingman's Hangar. It's a official show for the Star Citizen website, and one of the, in my organization, it's basically a guild or clan for the game, whatever you want to call it, Imperium. The website that's hosting for them does a online radio show called The Base, and they stream music throughout the day. They have a show on Friday where they usually do giveaways and stuff like that. And so when I got the reward, I was told by one of the main hosts of the show that, they would give me a shout out because of my MVP and stuff on the show, and I thought that was awesome. So the next day I go to work and I tell my friends, because, I'm excited. I think this is awesome, getting MVP and all that stuff. But to tell them that I was going to be on this, online radio show. They would talk about me on the show. I wasn't actually on the show. Anyways, so this was during lunch. I was in the cafeteria. So I'm walking towards the lunch lady person. This is at work, by the way, if you didn't know. And she overheard the conversation. She's like, "Oh, you're going to be on a radio show?" And I'm like, how do I explain this to you? I don't want to take the time. And honestly, I don't even want to talk to you. What are you doing? And so what ended up happening is I just kind of went through the paces. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be on a radio show, even though that's really not what happened. And she's like, "Oh, that's awesome. You're going to be I'm like, oh my God, please. And both of my coworkers were just stifling their laughs at me. And after we left, I was like, oh my God, glad that's so over. Now, that's not the worst part about it. Every single day, if I go to her, there's 2 different lines you can get into. If I get in her line by accident and she sees me, she has to bring it up. "Oh, there's the popular." I'm like, oh my God, lady, please. I get so embarrassed about these kind of things. I when people talk about it in front of me, it's like, really? Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. It was just really random. So just something lighthearted to begin this conversation. Anyways, so let's talk about the bullshit. So there, I've done podcasts in the past. Okay. I have done it for Elder Scrolls Online, and I love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun, and it's a good way to communicate large amounts of information with multiple people. And I enjoy them, but I haven't done one in a long time. So somebody from the Star Citizen community, now I'm not going to name names. I won't do that. I'll just give you, I guess, placeholders. So somebody from the Star Citizen community had come up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast? Do you want to be a host of a podcast for H1Z1? It's a game being produced by Sony Online Entertainment." And I was like, you know what? I'm not entirely sure about the game itself, but yes, I think that would be awesome to do something like that, to get involved with another community and all that kind of stuff. And so I got a shit ton of stuff prepared. I did a ton of research on the game. I brought together all that material, made it into talking points. I went out to Micro Center, bought a high quality webcam, which run me about $90. I prepared YouTube assets like thumbnails, tags, detailed descriptions, and a series planned out so that I could repost these podcasts to give them additional exposure, because it was going to be a live stream on Twitch. So I would, after the stream ended, I would take the video and then upload it on my channel. That was the idea, okay? So I put in hours of work after saying, yes, I would like to do this, okay? Now, a day later, my time is messed up. So technically on Saturday early in the morning, or it was late night Friday, a video was posted on the H1Z1 subreddit that was talking about the intro to the podcast. And it was like, it was a very well done intro, okay? It's going along talking about the hosts, and the intro ends, but I'm not listed as a host. And so I'm like, hold on a second. This is a little bit confusing. I aired with I gave the benefit of the doubt. So I contacted the person again. I was like, hey man, am I still up for this, for being a host for this podcast? And the guy responds by saying, yeah, well, another guy got back to me, and so he's going to be the host. So, you may not be in this show, but you can be in it later if it, if the show needs a position filled. And so I'm like, really? So what you're telling me is this entire time you never told me that this person, that you were waiting on somebody, and that I was only a backup if this other person turned it down. Okay, that really upset me, because I put in a lot of work, I spent money, I did all this, and I got excited, mentally excited. That's more important than a lot of that other stuff, to do this. And that was, yes. And the person, after I responded to them, they actually have not responded to me yet. It's been a few days. I mean, for this particular individual who's completely active on social media, they should have responded by now, okay? And so what's frustrating about this is originally I asked them, please give me the name of all the hosts that are going to be on this show. Okay. And so he did. And this is when I first started. I wanted to look them up, see who was going to be on the show. Maybe I knew who they were. And, I looked them up, and that was great. But if you go look at the actual intro video, one of the names that was listed in there wasn't one of the names that was told to me when I asked that question. Why didn't you give me the full information? Why didn't you tell me that I was a backup? I mean, shit, I would have been perfectly fine with this whole, being a backup host, perhaps, if you just told me from the beginning. I mean, even if you were to come back to me now and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, would you still like to be a full-time host? I would most likely decline. I mean, when you get into doing a podcast, that's a lot of time you have to dedicate towards one particular thing. And if you start off poorly, you're already looking for trouble. And I mean, I've been around the block with internet people when it comes to gaming associations, esports, gaming companies. I mean, people are flaky. It's a fact. And I know what to avoid. And that's why if they did offer me, I would still turn it down. Anyways, I just wanted to explain this to you because it really frustrated me. I was looking forward to getting involved in other games as well. But you know what? Life moves on. That's how it is. So thank you for listening to my rant. I had to rant. Sorry. Anyways, so let's see here. I think there might have been one other thing I wanted to talk about. I guess it's not really too important, but it's still interesting. So yesterday I posted a new video for Star Citizen. It was taking a new video that they had that was like 30 minutes long, and condensing it and just providing the accurate information, like the concrete info. And it actually was very popular. It's already like 1,500 views, over 100 likes, plenty of comments. I'm super excited that people liked it. And so, obviously I posted it everywhere, like on Reddit, the official RSI website. That was cool. But today, I think around 2 o'clock, one of the player moderators, not the people who are staff of RSI, merged my thread, like the thread that I just made yesterday, with a really old one from like April 14th, so like a week ago. And I was like, well, hold on, why did you do this? They're completely different videos. And so I waited hours and hours and hours just to see if they would respond. And then I noticed on the person's post history that they had already posted somewhere else in another thread after I had, sent them a private message, replied to the thread, and they still didn't respond to me. I was asking them, please like unmerge these threads. There's two completely separate topics. They are not duplicates. Okay, that was the concern. So I decided, like, okay, well, if he's not going to respond, then I will go directly to the source. So I send CIG a message, like go to their little contact us page. And I was like, you know what? This is what happened. This is what I would like to happen. If you could help me, that would be wonderful. And within like an hour, Will Lewis himself, the lead moderator, like the guy that is on Wingman's hangar, responded and said, your threads have been unmerged. Everything is great. There's, you're no longer considered the original poster because of some back-end issue on their forums. But besides that, everything is savvy. And I was like, oh man, that is amazing. The response time on the CIG support staff is incredible. Like, it's amazing. Like, I've never seen support staff of any website, especially one as popular as for Star Citizen, respond to somebody that quickly. So, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to say about that. If you guys have a problem and you need something resolved, a legitimate problem, don't go bug them. Go to them. They will help you, and they will get it done quickly. Account issues, that kind of thing. Anyways, I think that's probably about it. For any random news, if you guys want to win 2 posters, there's a video I posted last Wednesday that concludes this Wednesday. So if you want to get 2 free, cool, rare Star Citizen posters, go check that post out. I might put in the description below. Besides that, as of today, I have finished recording South Park Stick of Truth. That doesn't mean that you guys have seen all the published parts, because I do record in batches. So this month is looking to be amazing. I'll probably create another vlog video next week talking about what my goals are for all the games I'm going to be playing this month. Next month. Yes, next month. Anyways, folks, thank you very much for watching and listening to my rants. I very much appreciate it. My name is Byronyk. That is it.